Hi. Well, now that I have a computer that will record, um, I thought I would do a short video today on, well, probably not short, because I'm pretty long-winded, but on the new Call of Duty Black Ops. And as many of you know, I played the first one on PS3 and loved it. It's badass. And this is our first Call of Duty. The one thing about this game that I really enjoy is the zombie mode. And one thing that they did with this game was they released all kinds of maps, like tons of maps, which transpired over to multiplayer. You got new maps in multiplayer, and you got new zombie maps. So we bought, actually the first map pack that we bought for Call of Duty was Resurrection, which was all just new zombie maps. It had the moon, it had Call of the Dead, which that one sucked. I mean, it had Robert Englund in it, Freddy Krueger, so that was pretty cool. But the map itself sucks. Gameplay sucks. So we never really played it. The moon was really hard because it's like zero gravity and you like float. And you can't hear anything. Everything's kind of muffled because you're in like a astronaut suit. But you know, I mean, as far as gameplay goes, it was pretty neat. We played Kino, which is one that comes with the game, and that's probably the most popular map for zombie mode. I think anybody who's played zombie mode has probably mastered Kino. And we played Noctur, Night of the Living Dead, or Night of the Undead. Anyway, it's written in German, so anyway, it's called Night of the Undead. And that's one that we did because there's a really cool glitch. You know, somebody stands upstairs and somebody stays downstairs next to the unlimited box, and you can just peck them off. They just walk to a corner, so you're just sitting there, you know, just mass slaughter zombies. Without the glitch, it's a really short map. It's small. It's a small map. There's only a few rooms. It's not too hard to master. You know, it's not really that big. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to try to get your kills up. You know, you want to take that picture of like, you know, 1,000 kills, which my friend Paul and I have actually tried to get me up to 1,000 kills. I think the most I've gotten in that one is like 700, so still working on it. But the highly anticipated release of Black Ops 2. And this is the official PS3 cover. One thing about this game that I didn't really care for was there was no book. It's just like a little pamphlet. Actually, I can show it to you. If you pre-ordered the game, you got a copy of the game with the bonus Nuketown 2025 map. Personally, I think they all probably came with that, only because it says on the actual packaging, bonus map, Nuketown included. Nuketown 2025 bonus map included. So, I don't know if it's a, you know, marketing gimmick to get you to pre-order it, or if they actually had separate pre-order bins. So if you pre-ordered, you got this case, if you know, with your little thing here, or, I don't know. Anyway, we know GameStop likes to screw people. If not, watch some of my other rants. But this is what you got with it, which it is literally nothing. 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 Honestly, I don't know why they put this on there, because if you're a Call of Duty player anyway, you already know all the controls. I mean, if you played Black Ops, which 99% of the people who bought Black Ops 2 played Black Ops. So, I mean, you already know all your controllers. You know your controls. So, I mean, I don't even know why they put that on there. Probably for the noobs. And that's a good thing. I mean, if you've never played Black Ops, the original Black Ops, you can play this. If you're not a campaigner, meaning if you don't play campaign mode, then you can play it. Multiplayer has been updated a lot. Zombies have been updated a lot. But if you play campaign, you're going to be lost in this one. Because this one starts the whole story. This one sets it all up, and then it continues in this one. So if you're a campaign player, which I am if I'm bored, I didn't turn this on and go straight to campaign. I went to zombies. I did play campaign on this, and I think Paul beat the campaign on this in 7 hours on Wii when I had it for the Wii. But if you play the campaign, you definitely need this one first because you're going to be lost. You're going to be like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Who are these people? If you don't care about campaign play, then buy it. Buy two. This one's nice because of the updates, because of the maps. You can get a ton of maps. Not everybody was able to get Black Ops 2, so there are still plenty of players that are playing on the first one. Sorry about the camera. I had to move legs. Sitting in my chair. There's still a lot of people that are playing Black Ops, but there are tons more people who are playing Black Ops 2, trying to get, prestiged and, stuff like that. So you have a really good shot of getting a lot of points and gaining a lot of levels now because not as many people are playing Black Ops. I'm sure that eventually people will go back to Black Ops. The whole thing, and honestly, the people that I know, it's gun game, sharpshooter, and zombies. That's pretty much. They could have released Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie Edition, and people would have flocked to the store to buy it. Which they really should. They should release one game that has all of it, and any updates, or make them downloadable. That would be rad. Now, major differences between the two are obviously we've been upgraded. The guns are far more superior than what we were used to in the first one. Basically, the game itself is set in a futuristic time. So, from Black Ops to Black Ops 2, we have trying to do the math in my head. Nuketown in this one is set in the 50s. It's a very old school. Here it's 2025. So we're in year 2025 in this one. Okay. And of course, zombie mode in this one is set, Nazi Germany, killing your German Nazis. This one is just zombies. Your CDA, Center for Disease and Control, and CIA. That's who you play as in this. If you played the zombie mode in Black Ops, one of the most enjoyable aspects of that game was the trash talk. You got, the characters were trash talking. Somebody goes down, and depending on which character you're playing, I think it was Dempsey, the Marine. If he goes down and you revive him, he's like, oh, decided to save your best gunner, wise choice. There was, a lot of Rick Taubin said a lot. The Doctor, he was very, very vocal, saying things like, when you get more ammo, he would say, more time to play with my pretty ones. And he only said that a few times, rarely, and every time we heard it, we would laugh. They would call the zombies names, Lock, Jaw, Flesh, Muncher, or something like that. Anyway, there was a lot of trash talk in the first one that you really didn't get in the second one. The second one you can play as a girl, which it didn't. I mean, it didn't really make a difference. She didn't really say a lot anyway. Certain maps they say stuff, other maps they don't, and sometimes it's random. Like every now and then you'll hear them say something about killing off all these zombies, but for the most part it's pretty quiet. I preferred the trash talk. I really liked it. A lot of it was pretty comical. Um, the updates to the actual gameplay, in the main menu, you can set your difficulty. I don't know how good that is for players. I mean, it is what it is. I don't necessarily need to set my difficulty, but it is a nice perk because you can put it on easy, learn the maps, learn gameplay, and then put it on the hardest difficulty level setting. Um, we usually play on original, which is the normal difficulty. We have set it to easy in transit, the first map, only because you're traveling and because you have to pick up parts for things that you build. This was another element that they added to the game that was completely confusing because now you're building parts that help you throughout the game. And you pick them up in random places. There's not like an arrow that says, ooh, part here. It's just kind of like you walk by something and it's like, pick up part. You don't know what you're picking up. You don't know what it goes to. You don't know what else you need to construct what you're making. So you have to run over to where you see a blueprint, and you can see a blueprint, and some of the images you can make out as to, you know, what you're building and what you need, but others it's difficult. But so far we have created the shield, which is kind of nice. It's, you know, you hold it in front of you, and you can just kind of like hit the zombies with it, and it kills them. We have created the wind turbine, which also acts as electricity. So if you go up to a door that says you need power to open it, and you haven't turned on the power yet, it will open the door. Also, if you set up the turbine, the zombies will go to it and attack it. So you can just like sit there and peck them off until they destroy it. We've also put the, I call it the cow kicker. They go on the front of trains. And basically you put that on the front of the bus so that it plows over the zombies and kills them as it's driving. We've constructed the ladder to get up onto the roof of the diner in transit. We've also gotten up on top of the roof of the bus. I don't like the fact that in transit, the box moves. Like in the first one, you know how the box used to move around. Like if you hit the teddy bear, it moves to a different location. At least in that scenario, it's moving to a different room in the same map. In this, it's moving to a different location completely. So you don't know if you get on that bus and you go to the next location, which could be the farm or the city. You don't know if the box is even going to be there. So if you're running out of bullets, you're kind of like screwed if you don't get max ammo. You have to go back. And the thing is I don't believe the bus goes, you know, a full circle. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we have gone to the last part of the map where you go down into the cellar, into the, like, white room. It's all white and it's all futuristic and stuff. There's not a lot of guns, not a lot of weapons there. You really can't go very far there, and it's an easy place to die. We did find a few different doors that we could open and a few different levels of that, but we haven't really progressed any further because it's really difficult. They added Pack-a-Punch, which is in 2 sections of transit so far that we've found. What it is basically is it's a thing that you get off the wall. It's $6,000. And you buy it off the wall and you put it on your hand. And you actually touch it. You're like, it's kind of funny because you like electrocute yourself. It's electric brass knuckles basically. It looks like a box that goes over your hand. And when they get too close to you, you just punch them, and it electrocutes them and kills them. the downfall to getting that, although it is, you know, one hit kill, you lose your knife. So if you're a shanker and you like to shank, you're not going to be able to. Especially with insta-kill, shanking gives you like way more points. I haven't paid attention to what the Pack-a-Punch gives you for points, but I do know that it's like one kill. I know shanking is one kill if it's insta-kill, and if not, it's like you just, you know, keep doing it until one of you die. To each their own. The 100-shot gun, that's the RPK, if I'm not mistaken, takes forever to load. You know, you're gonna get it and think, yeah, that's a 100-shotter. No. You want speed. If you get that gun and you are intent on keeping that gun, you need speed. Because if you don't have speed, you're gonna be standing there reloading this gun, and it takes longer to load that gun than it does a shotgun. So, the pistol in the box, it's all lit up. They lit up certain guns. They also, the ray gun is back, the little, you know, pew, 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 alien type gun. The thunder gun isn't there anymore. We don't have the thunder gun, which is kind of too bad too, because you're thinking, you know, this is all supposed to be futuristic and stuff. But, that was a pretty futuristic weapon, the thunder gun. And if you didn't know, it was that two-shotter thing that kind of blew them back. You also can't upgrade your guns like in Kino. In Kino, you could be transported upstairs to the area there where you could put your gun in the machine for $5 grand and upgrade it. You can't do that in this. You still have all of the other guns that you're accustomed to in the box. The revolver, which is a really good gun. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good gun. It's like one-shot kill for a while, but it takes a while to load it. However, the 100-shot gun, the RPK, that one takes longer to load than the revolver. So, it gives you a little bit of time difference there. The Hellhounds are the same. Nothing changed. You still get max ammo when you kill them all. They should have really done something different with that. I think instead of Hellhounds, they should have did like robots or something. Ironically, there was no robots in this one. There was a lot of talk of possibly doing robots, but there wasn't any that I can see. They did add in multiplayer, they added drones. They saw the RCXD car for a perk. All of the perks are still available in zombie mode, all their drinks, but they've added one called Tombstone. Basically, if you die, when you come back, you get all the weapons you died with. So instead of dying and having like just your pistol when you come back, Tombstone actually keeps your weapons. You can also store weapons on the farm in the refrigerator. There have been a couple instances where we couldn't, so I don't know if that's like one of those multiplayer things, or I don't know, we haven't figured that out, but there have been a couple instances where we couldn't store weapons in the refrigerator. But you can, sometimes. They also added these little, like, critters, I don't know what the hell they're called, and you can't really see them that well. But they're aliens. They're alien life form. They come out of the ground. If you wander too far into the outskirts of the map that you're on, they jump out of the ground and they grab a hold of your head and they scratch. So basically all you see on your screen is blurriness because your head's being enveloped by this thing and like these hands and they're like doing this and you see like scratch marks. So you're being scratched. And basically you run around trying to get it off. Or you have your partner shoot it off your head if you're playing two-player split screen. So don't wander. If you miss the bus, you can go to the next location, but it's difficult. And Paul had to do that yesterday. He had to go from the bus station to the next location, and he had to do it on foot. Not easy. They've added fire to the maps, and if you walk through the fire, you catch on fire. It doesn't kill you, but it's kind of weird because you can see flames around you, and you actually take hits. so it can kill you if you stand there long enough. You do eventually go out, but if you get hit by a zombie while you're on fire, you'll die pretty much easily because you're on fire. The zombies catch on fire when they walk through it, and if you kill them, they explode. One thing that you want to be careful of is shanking them or pack-a-punching them while they're on fire because they explode. You're going to go down too. Rarely do you not, but you do take the hit because they explode. It's harder to shank through the wood. Usually you could just walk over to a window and shank them on the first round. Now, you pretty much have to wait for them to come in. It's difficult to shank through a window. Shooting them through windows is still pretty much the same. Falling is about the same. Everything else is pretty much, standard. The weapons have been upgraded and they've added a few different things. Nothing too major that I haven't already covered. Multiplayer is another aspect that we really like. We played a lot of gun game in Black Ops, and in order to play gun game in Black Ops, it's a wager match. So you actually need money, and by playing team deathmatch, domination, capture the flag, things like that, you get money. You earn money, and in order to play gun game or sharpshooter or sticks and stones, games like that, you had to buy in. They were wager matches, and they were $10 to buy in. If you play split screen, the second player has nothing when they start. So we would have to go and pound out a few rounds of domination or team deathmatch in order to get money for me to be able to go in because I play the bottom screen. Paul plays the top screen. And now in Black Ops 2, it's not wager. You don't buy in, you can just play. That was one thing that I really liked about that. Now to upgrade your weapons, it's tokens. You earn tokens to upgrade your weapons, buy your clan tags, things like that. Where before it was money, it showed dollars. Now it's tokens. The guns are phenomenal. There's a gun that scans constantly, and you can see through objects, shoot through walls. It's pretty cool. There's heat sensor guns where you can see it, heated items, people. There's certain grenades that actually will lock on to a target. It's kind of cool. You throw it at them and it'll follow them. The drones, we haven't gotten the drones yet, the little flying things. I don't know about flying jets or helicopters or anything like that. I haven't gotten to that. So if anybody knows if that's a capability in multiplayer, do let me know. I know you used to be able to get the chopper gun where you go up in the chopper and you're just shooting the gun out of the chopper, but I don't know if you can actually fly these things. That's something, if somebody knows, they'll need to let me know. I do plan on playing more, so the more I play, the more knowledge of it I will get. We've started playing campaign, but like I said, that's not really the basis of why we play the game. It's a lot harder. We started playing the day it was released, and we were playing against people who were already level 42s. So, I mean, these people must have been at the midnight release and had been playing it since they got it, because they were already so high in level. And we're getting there ourselves. But anyway, my next video will probably be in gameplay. I'll try to set it up so that I can record the TV while I'm playing. I'll do some zombies. I'll do a round of zombies so that you can see that. But other than that, this is my first review of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I will probably do a rant video about things that they need to change. I still need to do one of those for Black Ops, which I'll probably do now that I finish this one. So be on the lookout for that one. And thanks for watching.